Hi, today is December 17th, which means that our holiday season is in full swing. And if you are anything like a normal person, then by now you are pretty much exhausted and stressed and keep thinking like, when is this all going to end finally? And why does it have to be so hard? The holidays are supposed to be fun. And there are a lot of answers to those questions, but I think a more interesting question is, what can we do about it? Because yes, that's true, holidays are supposed to be fun, and Christmas holiday is really very beautiful thing. It's about love, unconditional love, giving love, selfless love. And it's very hard to actually remember what it's all about. Our hustle of the obligatory gift shopping. And we all know that historically people were supposed to have little opportunity to work at this time of the year. And we are trying to work and do all the rest in addition to it. So no big surprise that we are exhausted, but we all are human and we really want love and happiness. And but sometimes it feels like the whole world around us conspired to prevent us from having joy and happiness in our life, especially during the holiday season, which is kind of funny. So I'm a great believer in not letting the world preventing me from doing things and not letting it taking my happiness away. So I thought I would share some of my ideas and tricks, what I do about it. And I think that there are two things that I usually do. I'm trying to find time alone every day, even if it's for 5 minutes, to do some little relaxation ritual. And I will tell about it in a minute. The other second thing is to create a reminder, just to break our irritated train of thought during the day and remind ourselves what is it we want and what it is all about. So the little self-help ritual with having time to yourself, and it can be any time. If you are the last to go to bed, then it can be something in the evening, or if you go to the church a lot, you can find some time sitting there quietly. And what I do, I just sit and observe a little bit what's going on in my head, all those thoughts jumping up and down, like, oh my God, I bought that gift and they sent the wrong size, and what am I going to give to my in-laws? And I wish I hadn't tried to eat that apple, because now my crown is damaged and I have to deal with the dentist. And then yesterday a squirrel chewed through the wire and all my Christmas lights are gone. And I spent so much time working on it. So you got the idea what kind of thoughts usually all of us are having. I'm sure that you have your own set, very similar. So just sit and observe it for a while. Try not to engage with it, not to let my brain run with it, but just watch it and see, yes, I'm angry with that internet service. Yes, I'm upset about the squirrel. And then after a while, maybe 5 minutes, I try to give myself permission not to think about that anymore. It's exhausting. We really exhaust ourselves by our thinking, but we have control about it. So I just try to gently tell myself, that's enough. You can relax now and think about something nice. And I'm a big fan of props, so I usually have some nice pictures on my phone. I usually look for something that would make me smile, really smile. I have a picture of my husband and cat playing on the floor. That always always does the job for me. So anyway, I just find something that would make me smile, and then I try to also watch what happens to my face when I smile. And if it's a real, true smile, then it's pretty amazing how many muscles suddenly relax in your face. And then I kind of look at my body and see if I'm tense somewhere. And again, I notice like, oh, my shoulders are tense. And often it's tension in the area of stomach. It's all the body's reaction to the stress. So I'm just trying to take that feeling of the smile, the real, true smile, and move it into that area where I'm tense, and try to relax it a little bit, and try to remember what the holidays are about that selfless giving, trying to remember that I want to be a happy person. I don't want to be a grumpy, stressed shopper. And I usually succeed in getting for a moment into that still place of peace and joy. But I know very well that it won't last very long. Life would very soon kick me out of that beautiful state of mind. So here comes that second trick, creating a reminder. You need something that would remind you to relax a little bit, to switch your thoughts, to get back into that place of peace, even just to look at that picture that you have. Just remember something nice. It may be like a beautiful place in the nature, or the smile of your child, or some funny things that your pet does when you come home. So you need a reminder, and if you have a smartphone, there are a lot of apps. I have one called, I think, Mindfulness Bell. It will just ring a bell for you. You can set the intervals, how often you want it. But I like a different idea. I like turning stressful things into reminders. And it's not my idea, but but anyway, it's pretty useful, and I'm always surprised that not so many people know about it and do it. You can use stressful things that repeat themselves, like if people call you a lot, it can be the ring of your phone. Or if you drive a lot in an urban environment, it can be red lights. It really changed, by the way, this technique, how I relate to traffic. I really like red lights now, because I use them as a reminder to relax. And I have created that little phrase, and you can definitely create your own. It is something that you tell yourself, and it's a good idea to coordinate it with your breath. So I say something like, when I breathe in, I relax, and when I breathe out, I let my stress go. And it's important to repeat the same phrase all the time. So what we are trying to do here, we are trying to train our brain to get back into that state of relaxation. And our brain is a remarkably trainable device. So what you do every time when somebody calls you, instead of grabbing the phone and answering right away, you do a couple of deep breaths and repeat that phrase of yours, and think about that peaceful spot, that connection with the stillness and the beauty that is supposed to be the holiday season. And then you go on, you answer the phone, or you just sit on red light and continue breathing and relaxing. And believe me that if you do it long enough, your brain will get the hint. It would start getting easier and easier. It will start switching into more peaceful and relaxed state, no matter what's happening. And it is a very useful technique, not only for holidays, because we don't want to act when we are angry or irritated. Usually we are not making our most wise decisions in that state. It's always a good idea to try to find a spot of peace in our life and not to let stress to ruin our joy of life. And one more thing is don't try to shame yourself into the enjoying things. Very often we watch TV or read somewhere about horrible things that happen to other people, and we start thinking that, oh, why can't I be grateful for what I have in life? Why can't I enjoy things I have? Everything is okay with me. My children were not killed yesterday. I have a roof over my head. And we try to shame ourselves into enjoying things and being grateful. But I don't think it's a very good way of doing it. I think it's much better to be gentler with ourselves, trying to treat ourselves as if we were treating our friend. I notice that I am often very hard on myself, and I would never ever be so hard even on strangers, let alone my friends. So I'm just trying to treat myself as I would treat a good friend, try to be kind to myself, and when I'm irritated, try to give myself an advice as if I saw my friend in the same situation and were trying to help her. So I hope that you're all having beautiful holiday season, and even if not everything is perfect, and how can it be? We live in an imperfect world. My articulation. Imperfect world. That's where we live in. But still, it's up to us to protect our happiness, to nurture it, and to make sure that nothing can really destroy it. And there are a lot of great examples out there of people who are able to enjoy life and find happiness under really hard circumstances. And I'm returning again to the example of my friend Christina, who passed away recently. She was quite amazingly good at that, enjoying life and being happy in spite of everything to the very last moment. And it's there is a lot of sadness this Christmas, in this Christmas season for me, because Christina was supposed to turn 40 this Christmas, and she died 2 months before her 40th birthday. And I think that all Christmases, as long as I live, will have that touch of sadness to them for me, but I'm still determined to enjoy them and to be happy, because I know what my friend would have told me, like, look, girl, you have it, you have life, so you have to be happy and enjoy it. So please try to find joy and happiness no matter what. And I'm wishing you all wonderful, beautiful holidays. Thank you.